Hello everyone, this is me talking about the Monster Manual AD&D First Edition Part 2. The first monster, really this book really jumps right into the monsters. There really isn't much discussion of everything in the beginning, but I talked a little bit about that in the last video. Aerial Servant is a 16 hit dice monster. It's an invisible air elemental, and it's really strong. Some of the details in the description are crazy. You need an 18 to break free of its grasp. In all these descriptions, I'm just going to talk about the stuff that just jumped out at me. There's a lot more detail in all these monsters, but for me to get them in like a 10-minute video, it's probably going to take me like 3 or 4 just to do it this way. Ankegs, if you pronounce that right, is 3 to 8 hit dice. Burrowing creature that sprays acid and has like a chitinous outer shell. There's the ant giant, the ape gorilla, ape carnivorous. I'm just going to skip those. Axebeak is a carnivorous flightless bird and it has 3 hit dice. There's a baboon, a badger, and I'm not going to pronounce this at all, I can tell. Baluchitherium, which is a prehistoric rhinoceros. He has a 4 hit dice of 14. There's a barracuda, the basilisk, which has 6 hit dice plus 1, like I said, plus a 1 hit point. It's an 8-legged reptile with the ability to turn flesh to stone, and that's a very popular creature from mythology. I like that a lot of these monsters have little pictures for them. Like the basilisk here, I don't know if you're going to be able to make this out. Can you see that? That's just cool. It's just a little lizard drawing. Everything's in black and white, but there's just a nice style to all the monster drawings in this book. It just brings back fond memories of looking over these books, not really knowing what they were as a kid, and just seeing them on the bookshelf, like, ooh, monsters, that sounds cool. There's a bear, a giant beaver, a beetle giant, the beholder, which I really probably don't need to introduce, but it has all kinds of crazy abilities. It has 45 to 75 hit points. And again, it doesn't really have a hit dice listed, which is kind of interesting. And it's a big floating sphere of eyes, that can destroy you pretty much. I'll show you a drawing. It's not like the best beholder drawing I've ever seen, but it's kind of iconic. I don't know if you can see that there. Little eyeball guy, he's happy to destroy you. So yeah, that's the beholder. We've all seen beholders. But that's a nice old school drawing. You gotta admit that. The black pudding, which is 10 hit dice, is basically just a mass of digesting fluids and just mouths all over it. Yeah, it's not so great. I wouldn't like to bump into something like that. A blink dog, which is a teleporting dog, has 4 hit dice. They are enemies of the displacer beast, who they got their own turf. There's a boar. This creature's pretty strange. It's the brain mole. It has 1 hit point, and it feeds on psionic power. So I guess if you don't have psionics and you're walking past this thing, it doesn't even pose a threat at all, really. But yeah, there's the brownie, kind of a little small person. Has a half a hit dice. They have some spells and they're real dexterous. Buffalo, bugbear, which is 3 hit dice plus 1 hit point. Basically just they're bigger, hairier goblins. The bullet, which I like that they describe this as the land shark. That kind of cracked me up because I started thinking about Saturday Night Live and the land shark telegram. Land shark, here, land shark. But that's 9 hit dice. There's a bull and a wild camel. And like I said, I'm skipping over the ones that aren't very interesting. Carrion crawler, which has 3 hit dice plus 1. It's a cephalopod with 8 paralysis causing tentacles. Not so fun to bump into. A catoplebus. Wait, it's a catoblebus. I don't know. I'm not pronouncing that very well. But it has 6 hit dice plus 2 hit points. It has a very long neck. Has a warthog's head and a death gaze, and it really smells terrible. The drawing kind of cracked me up. I don't know if I can find it here. There it is. It's kind of silly. I don't know if you can see that right there. Big long neck, buffalo head. Yeah, he's kind of silly. But again, these are kind of like iconic, like strange creatures, like like what were they thinking when they made an owl bear? Like seriously, like, but it's kind of neat, it's like part of our past. It's like when I open up this book, I'm like, the foundation of everything. It's I don't know, it's I enjoy just looking through the pictures of this book, and it kind of lets you know that art is important to RPGs. Like while Pathfinder's art is absolutely gorgeous, um, this is gorgeous in its own right too. Art is beauty in the eye of the beholder, and that's kind of beholder. Did you get it? um, there's wild cattle and centaurs and centipedes, and this one was fun. The cerebral parasite. Nothing should put horror into your player's mind is something rattling around in their head and digesting their brains. And they drink psionic energy as well. A lot of psionic monsters in this book. I was kind of surprised. Chimera, which has 9 hit points, or I'm sorry, 9 hit dice, which is a goat, lion / dragon, has 3 heads with all kinds of crazy breath weapons. Not something you want to bump into. Cockatrice, 5 hit dice. It's a serpent / chicken. Gotta watch out for those chicken monsters. Touch turns you to stone. And Kuatl, which has 9 hit dice, is a winged feather. It has like feathers on it. Serpent, and it has poison and magic. Kind of a nasty combination, this little thing. Let's see if I can find it. The illustration was pretty cool too. You can see that. Where's he at? Right there. Big old sharp teeth, mouth, wings, nice little, feathery tail. I like the those seem like they'd be kind of fun to put into a session. Next is, let's see here. Giant crabs, giant crayfish, crocodiles. Crocodiles are just nasty creatures, but yeah, they're not that special. The demons. The demons and the devils in this thing really have a kind of a dark edge to them. And I think in 2nd edition they kind of took out some of these descriptions because there was a lot of hubbub about them. But again, has that nice old school flavor to it, kind of like that, almost like lawful evil alignment, But demons don't. The demons are chaotic evil. They can't enter the material plane without aid. They have amulets that hold their vital essences. There's interesting details about what planes all these come from and what level of hell, those sort of things. Speaking a demon's name has a chance to be heard by the demon, who will then come to kill you. There's types 1 through 3 that are affected by non-magical items. Types 4+, only magical items can affect them. Infravision, darkness, teleportation, gates, and all kinds of crazy abilities. If you see Asmodeus coming, you better run, because that guy is nasty. There's all kinds of different ones I'm going to go through here real quick. The Demogorgon, which is a prince of hell, just has a straight 200 hit points. 2 heads, hypnotize ability, beguiling with insanity abilities. It has energy drain, forked tail, tentacles. He's 18 feet tall, reptilian, magic abilities, and yes, he has 2 evil baboon heads. Gotta watch out for the Demogorgon. Jubilex has 88 hit points. He's the most disgusting demon, not someone you want to invite to a party. It surrounds itself with slimes, jellies, puddings, has lots of spells, spews caustic vomit, and is just a big mass of globby evil. Mains is 1-hit dice. They're the dead from hell. It claws teeth, killing them turns them into stinking clouds. Yeah, killing these things basically turns them into a fart in a breeze. They're very similar to undead. Orcus, he is the prince of undead, and he gets a lot of I don't know, fanfare, especially in the Labyrinth Lord circles. I've noticed he's on the Labyrinth Lord GM screen. But okay, I'm gonna go into the next video.